Music artists and entrepreneurs, what's good? Mike Sarge here from MikeSarge.com, and today we're going to talk about some recent news in which Apple came out and told us the final fate for iTunes, the late, great iTunes. And we're going to talk about it. Today's episode is sponsored by Nectar Distribution, 520 Collective, and Classic Studios, so you don't want to miss this one. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's work. Salutes to that. So for those of you that have not heard the news already, a couple of weeks ago, Apple came out and announced that they will be shutting down iTunes. iTunes came in at a crucial time, especially where stealing and pirating music was so prevalent. It changed the way that we viewed and listened to music now. So if that's true, why is Apple getting rid of it? We're going to talk about that today and whether or not this move affects indie artists. Alright, so number one, we need to make a clarification for those of you that actually haven't done much research on the news that Apple came out with. Number one, they're not completely shutting it down. Alright, what they're actually doing is they're splitting iTunes into 3 different apps. There's going to be an app for music, there's going to be an app for podcasts, and then there's going to be an app for movies and TV. Now, they haven't given too much detail about what this new music app is going to look like. We don't know if we're going to get all the features that we had in the original iTunes or if they're going to be taking things away, but we do know that we will have an app for music. Now, number two, some of you guys asked, why would Apple get rid of such a good thing? Well, if we're being honest, it benefits them. It's a smart business move for Apple to get rid of iTunes. I mean, if you think about it from their perspective, they make more money off of subscriptions than they do off of music that's actually bought. You know why? Because no one's really buying music anymore. Everybody is streaming, including probably you, the person watching this video. Think about it this way, if you were in their position. Regardless if people listen to tons of music or not, they're getting paid. Same thing with Netflix. If you have a subscription to Netflix, regardless if you watch a movie every single day or you only watch it once a month, they're getting that subscription pay. Plus, if we're being honest, keeping up with an app as big as iTunes, I mean, over time, it can get more and more complicated doing all the updates and the maintenance and things like that. So for Apple, it's just a smart business move to just tear it down. And number three, the last thing, some of you guys are probably wondering, how does this affect you? How does this affect indie artists, people that use iTunes? Now, this will affect artists from the standpoint of they will have to direct people that want to pre-order and things like that to this particular app. Apple did come out and said that they're not getting rid of the option for people to buy music. So people can still buy it, they can still pre-order it, they will just have to go through this separate app. So while everyone is freaking out, while all of these different, indie artists are bugging out, oh my gosh, iTunes is shutting down, that doesn't mean that you can't have a successful music release. What that means is you have to be creative in the way that you're marketing yourself. You actually have to have a plan for your release weeks, months in advance before it even releases. It just means that you need to be organized. It does not mean it's the end of the world. It's just a change of the guard. Many of us, we want iTunes to stay around because it's nostalgia. If we're being honest about it, it's just nostalgia. That's what we know. But as you know, times change, technology changes, it advances and things like that. And as an artist, as a creative, as an entrepreneur, you have to be willing to change. If you're not, you're going to be left behind. Again, I'm going to repeat it. This does not mean that your career is going to be in the dumps. That is not what this means. Again, just put in the work and plan. I literally many of you know, I just released an album last Friday, and the album is doing really, really well, but that's because I had a plan for my album. So I understand that there are going to be some people that are okay, they want to buy music, and other people that want to stream it. Make both available to your fans. Don't just, don't be in a rut because of iTunes and go, well, now I don't have 2 options. No, you still have 2 options. You have to go a different way as far as how you want to navigate the space. So again, just be determined, be focused on what you want to do, and try to reach as many people as possible. And that's a wrap for this video. What'd you think? Did you like it? If so, go ahead and hit that like button, then hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I drop a new video. Also, if there's a particular topic that you want me to talk about, go ahead, go into the comment section. I do read my comments and I will add your suggestion to the list. And as always, be you, enjoy your life, and live authentic. Salutes to that, and I'll catch y'all later.